Hello Pisces, this is your September tarot reading. Oh, okay. Alright, so the cards have already been cleared with my crystal. I'm going to shuffle them just a little while longer. It's been very, very busy. I know that my videos are a little late. I do want to thank those of you who are contacting me for tarot readings. I really appreciate it. It's been very rewarding so far, so I'm glad that a lot of you are subscribing. I thank you for your support. So I hope that this reading brings you clarity, peace, and wisdom. As I shuffle the cards, I'm going to just think quietly and connect with my spirit guides and your spirit guides so that these cards will bring any message or insight for you. Okay, so the Queen of Swords came up while I was shuffling. This is the past. So we have King of Cups, and we also have Seven of Pentacles in reverse. The present energy, we have the World, Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords. So, alright, so there's a lot of mental distress here. Three of the cards are swords are here so far. This Queen of Swords seems to be very dominant here. And we have Queen of Cups, and then Two of Swords. I will shuffle for an outcome card near the end of the reading. This is the future reading right here. And what I see, Pisces, are two people in the past who are having difficulty having a future together. The Queen is upright, but the King, the male energy, is reversed. And it could be very well be, because this could be a relationship, someone is not coming forward in a relationship, someone does, but emotionally someone is stuck. Seven of Pentacles, they're also called coins. This is the card of long-term plans waiting for an outcome to manifest, but it's not manifesting because it's in reverse. And this has happened in the past. The relationship is stalled and not moving forward. Now, one thing I want to point out is the major arcana cards. The major arcana cards are different from trump cards. The trump cards are like the 9, 8, 7 of Swords. They're like the trump cards, just like playing cards. But the major arcana cards are very symbolic, and they're the first 22 cards in the deck. So they don't really have numbers, although they have their symbolic numbers at the top. that show their position. Like the Fool is 0. It doesn't really have a numeric value. But the World is the last card in the major arcana. And it's the last card because it's a card of completion. It's a card of things ending and then beginning again. And so what we have here is, I see two opposing forces here. And what the force that's winning out is obviously this Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is a very wise woman. She could be a middle-aged woman who has been through a lot, who's very wise, but she's also very smart, intellectual, and shrewd. And she makes decisions. This is an opposing to a male energy that is emotionally a little confused emotionally. He's not stable emotionally. And that's getting in the way of things moving forward. So this is in the past. So this brings us to this energy here in the present, where we have a relationship that's coming to a close. And this is probably what's going to be taking place by the middle of September. A lot of confusion, lack of clarity, feeling trapped, a lot of worry. That is definitely 9 of Swords. You see the woman here sitting up in her bed from a nightmare, very much in mental distress. And 9 obviously follows 8. You also see a woman who seems to be trapped, but she's not. She's bound and trapped by her own mental thoughts here. And Swords represents your mental energy, your thoughts, your patterns of thoughts, especially. Just like we have 2 of Swords trying to make a decision, we have a lot of blindfolding here. Take note that for these swords, the only person whose eyes are wide open here are the Queen of Swords. She has her sword in her hand. She seems very confident. She seems ready to use the sword. But now we have a changed energy here. This woman is blindfolded. She cannot see. She cannot see her way out of a situation here. But she can still move. If she takes her blindfold off, she can see that she can easily walk away out of her mental distress. That, you think that there's no way out, or even if you're suffering from a broken relationship or a breakup, you feel like, oh, there's no relationship for me. It's not going to get any better. I'll never find someone. And you can definitely stay up at night thinking about someone, but it's not true. Even though things come to an end, they begin again. Now, the future is interesting. Now, keep in mind, because there's only one major arcana card, major arcana cards determine, and I kind of lost my train of thought here, but major arcana cards are sort of like the framework of a tarot reading. They tell me the direction and the general story of what's going on for all the minor trump cards. The court cards like Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, King of Cups, and then the 2s and the 6s, 4s, 3s, 7s of each suit. But we only have one, and so it seems as if there's more of an internal struggle. Now, if there were 5 major arcana cards in this deck, that would tell me that there are a lot of external circumstances. It's not because of one individual's choice or internal conflict. It would mean that there are things outside of the subject or the querent's control. But it still tells me that this is about closure and new beginnings. This determines the framework for the rest of this. So you have 10 of coins here, and all of your coins and pentacles or pentacles are in reverse. This is the card of prosperity. This is a card, when it's upright, means a happy home, stability, financial stability, living the good life. But that is upside down, and it could very well mean that because a marriage or a relationship ended, that there's been a lot of financial problems associated with this as well. But it could also mean maybe an engagement didn't follow through, that the long-term plans that were being made are not going to happen, because this could also be sort of like part of a marriage. This is prosperity. You see the happy couple in town. Um, it's wealth and happiness and prosperity. We have another woman on the scene here. So now in this future, we have Queen of Cups. And maybe for you gentlemen, and this could be actually a woman as well, this could be a situation where you've been trying in a relationship with someone and it's not working, and then a new person comes on the scene. And maybe you've been emotionally, things aren't working with this person, and you've been in emotional turmoil because they're not working. Everything is upside down, and there's so much worry going on. And then there's this other person, and maybe this is the reason why the king is upside down, because the King of Cups upright is emotional stability, and the king has control. When it's upright, the king has control over his emotions. He has the right balance of having emotions, managing his emotions, but yet expressing them. He has balance. But when it's upside down, there's confusion. It could even mean jealousy. When emotions are upside down, insecurity. So, you've tried to make it work in this relationship, and it's just not, you might need to consider that it might work with someone else. Hence, that brings us to Two of Swords, where in the future you're going to need to make a decision once and for all that because of this new person that you are going to leave once and for all the situation behind, because maybe you have been through a breakup and it's time for you to start a new beginning. You don't want to go backwards. You might need to move forward. And Two of Swords means a stalemate, making a decision, trying to choose, but someone isn't choosing, so therefore things just stand still. And this fits in with this theme. You see the blindfolds here. The king is upside down. So we have a situation here where people are blindfolded. They have no clarity. You have no clarity about what to do about moving on to this new future. But I think you should take the risk. I think that you need to see things for what they are. You need to be connected to reality and see what's going on. So all these blindfolds need to be taken off once and for all, so that the 7 of coins and 10 of coins or pentacles, they can be reversed and they're upright again. And your prosperity and your stability and happiness in your future can sort of start moving forward. A decision has to be made. It seems as if near the end of this month, maybe those decisions might not be made, but they do. So blindfolds seem to be the theme here. The world is determining closures and new beginnings, but there's a blindness, there's an unwillingness to see, there's emotional confusion as indicated by the King of Cups, and that needs to stop. So let's look at your outcome cards. Your outcome card to see how this story, how this prediction, if you will, is going to turn out. Thank you, Spirit Guides, for your wisdom and clarity. Okay. All right. Whoa. Okay. Six of Cups. This is the card of memories, family, friends, old girlfriends, old boyfriends, memories to the past. Upright. This means affection. It can mean affection for the past, someone that you have a history with as well, if you're looking at this in the context of a relationship. So, reverse. There's going to be a letting go of the past. There's going to be a moving on with new people in new relationships. Keep in mind that Venus, the planet Venus, has been in retrograde. It's been moving backwards. And since the end of July, I believe July 29th, and Venus will start moving forward in September 6th, after Labor Day. During Venus retrograde, there is a tendency to think about past relationships, regrets, things that went wrong. There's a haunting of old relationships. But that will come to a close after September 6th. That energy will change to where you're no longer thinking about what went wrong or thinking, why didn't this work out? And this will definitely confirm it. You're letting go of the past, Pisces, and you're moving forward. And so there's definitely a relationship that's coming through. It doesn't mean that there aren't financial issues as well. This could very well pertain to an end of a career and being let go, or just thinking this job situation isn't working out. Maybe you're dealing with a demanding boss or supervisor, and your prosperity and happiness and long-term plans are not working out in your current job situation. That could definitely mean letting go of that as well if you're dealing with money issues, Pisces. Okay, so this is your tarot reading for September. I hope that it brought you some clarity and insight in your situation. I want to thank everyone who's emailed me for a reading. Feel free to email me and visit my website if you want information about my services. And I look forward to seeing you in October. I hope to have October up in a couple of weeks. Blessed be. And I hope you have a wonderful month.